In a place where people dream about getting rich and having good chances, not much gets people excited like a big lottery game. On a regular Tuesday night, December 28, 2010, millions of people all over America watched as the numbers for the big lottery were announced. They hoped to see if they had the lucky numbers to win a huge $14 million prize. When the winning numbers were called out, everyone got really excited, thinking about what they could do with all that money. But even though someone had the right numbers, they didn't come forward to claim the prize, and nobody knew why. As weeks went by and nobody came forward to claim the $14 million prize, people started getting really curious and interested in what was going on. They began talking about all sorts of theories, like maybe there was a secret plan or some hidden reasons why the winner didn't want to come forward. The lottery people were getting more and more puzzled as the deadline to claim the prize got closer. They kept asking whoever won to come and get their money, but still, nobody showed up. Every day, the situation got more urgent, and people started wondering what would happen to all that money if nobody claimed it. Everyone wanted to know why the winner was staying silent. Was it because they were scared, or did they just want to keep their privacy? Some even thought there might be something shady going on. As the deadline got closer, people waited anxiously to see if the mysterious winner would finally reveal themselves, or if the money would just disappear, leaving everyone wondering forever. A collaborative effort between lottery officials and law enforcement agencies intensified to uncover the elusive winner's identity. With time slipping away, urgency fueled investigators to exhaust every avenue in pursuit of answers. Initial waves of false claims flooded in, each lacking the crucial serial number necessary for validation, leaving investigators with little more than wishful thinking. Cooperation between lottery officials and law enforcement became paramount, launching a concerted endeavor to unravel the mystery. Surveillance footage from the purchasing store emerged as a pivotal lead, though the figure remained obscured, shrouded in a hood and cloaked in secrecy. Undaunted, investigators persisted, driven by a determination to unveil the truth behind the unclaimed fortune. With mounting pressure as the one-year deadline loomed, the race against time intensified, heightening the stakes and propelling detectives towards a climactic resolution. In the midst of a standstill in the investigation, a significant breakthrough emerged, injecting new energy into the case. One day, at the lottery headquarters, a surprising phone call sparked excitement among investigators. Philip Johnston, a Canadian lawyer, came forward, claiming to be the rightful owner of the winning ticket. His confident recitation of the ticket's serial number initially impressed lottery officials. However, as they talked to him, doubts started to arise. Johnston's answers didn't match up with the evidence they already had, and he seemed nervous. When he suddenly backed out of the conversation, leaving everyone puzzled, investigators wondered if his claim was genuine or just another lie. Even though Johnston seemed to know a lot about the ticket, he couldn't provide enough proof to support his claim. Despite his exit, officials and law enforcement kept pushing to understand his story and the larger deception surrounding the unclaimed prize. With each day, the investigation became more complicated, like a puzzle with no clear solution. After Philip Johnston's initial claim, another call to the lottery office brought a surprising confession. Johnston admitted that he made up the story about owning the lottery ticket. He said he was representing the real winner who wanted to stay anonymous. Johnston suggested a plan to transfer the prize money directly into the client's bank account instead of showing the winning ticket. But the experienced lottery officials saw this as a legal problem and refused. Johnston didn't give up easily, but eventually he ended the call, maybe realizing his plan wouldn't work. This deceitful proposal made investigators wonder about Johnston's motives and who the real winner might be. As they looked into Johnston's actions, the mystery around the unclaimed prize got even more complicated. As investigators dug deeper into the complicated story, they found a new confusing part: the involvement of a company called the Busy & Company, which was based offshore. This discovery made lottery officials even more suspicious about what was going on. When foreign lawyers representing the Busy & Company showed up, it made people wonder what they were up to. Even though the rules said the winner had to claim the prize in person, these foreign lawyers kept pushing, making lottery officials even more doubtful. They tried to find a way around the rules, making everyone even more suspicious. When the Busy & Company's claim was rejected, lottery officials immediately got in touch with law enforcement to start a thorough investigation. The investigation revealed something surprising. Philip Johnston, the Canadian lawyer who had been connected to the winner before, had some connection to the Busy & Company too. This made investigators wonder about his motives. As the link between Philip Johnston and the Busy & Company added more complications to the case, investigators felt they were on the edge of a big discovery. But the mystery of the unclaimed $14 million prize was still unsolved. Then a new person came into the picture: Eddie Tipton. Tipton was a big deal in the investigation because he was in charge of security for the lottery system. It was shocking to think that someone in such a trusted position could be involved in cheating the system. This added another dark layer to the already confusing puzzle, making people wonder why Tipton would do such a thing. With this important clue, investigators worked tirelessly to find out the truth. They followed a trail of clues, looking into Tipton's connections and actions to understand his role in the scheme. They found evidence like lots of phone calls between Tipton and other people involved, as well as signs of him living a lavish lifestyle and managing his money in strange ways. After years of investigation, Eddie Tipton finally confessed to his part in the scheme. He revealed how it all started with a casual comment from a colleague, which led to him finding ways to cheat the system. Tipton explained the detailed planning involved, like putting a code into the computer that picked the winning numbers and knowing when to use it. However, his confession also brought up new questions about how he managed to avoid getting caught and if he had help from others. As investigators looked into it more, they realized how much Tipton's actions had damaged people's trust in the lottery. Even though he confessed, there were still things about his deception that weren't clear, like why he did it and who else might have been involved. After Eddie Tipton confessed to manipulating the lottery system, investigators began to dig deeper into his deceit. One important line of investigation led them to look into Tipton's connections to past lottery winners, suspecting he might have been involved in similar fraudulent activities before. Their investigation uncovered a troubling pattern: a network of lottery winners who were somehow connected to Tipton, suggesting a widespread collusion that stretched across different places and time periods. These winners included Tipton's family members and people he knew, adding more layers of complexity to the case and raising questions about how much influence Tipton had. As investigators looked into the backgrounds of these winners, they found a web of relationships and connections that seemed carefully planned, making them doubt the legitimacy of their wins. What made things even more suspicious was that many of these wins happened in the year after the winners became connected to Tipton. This discovery made investigators scrutinize even more closely, leading them to find more connections between Tipton and lottery wins in different states. Whether it was his brother winning a jackpot or wins by people he knew, each win seemed to bear Tipton's fingerprints, making people doubt the fairness of the lottery system. As the investigation delved further into Eddie Tipton's tampering with the lottery system, they encountered the difficulty of comprehending the intricate method he employed to fix the drawings. Even though Tipton's admission provided some hints, they still couldn't completely understand his methods. They made a significant discovery by uncovering a code that was secretly planted in the lottery drawing machine, a device that Tipton had personally designed. This code played a critical role in his plan, enabling him to circumvent security measures and manipulate the results of the drawings. Despite the complexity of the code, investigators persisted in their analysis, successfully overcoming numerous obstacles throughout the process. Using advanced forensic techniques and expert guidance, they were able to determine the workings of Tipton's method. The shock came when they found out that Tipton exploited a flaw in the random number generation system to manipulate the outcome in his favor and improve his chances of winning. This discovery rocked the core of the lottery system, revealing flaws that required resolution. Armed with this information, Tipton received a 25-year prison sentence, marking the conclusion of a saga that began with the mystery of an unclaimed $14 million lottery prize and evolved into a story of unprecedented fraud.